Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here, because today's story is the kind that reminds us why we still believe in fairy tales. We're talking about Burak Deniz and Alina Vows, two actors whose careers have already captured millions of hearts, and whose real-life romance just took a dazzling step forward. Now, if you've watched Turkish television over the last few years, you probably fell in love with Burak's effortless charm and Alina's quiet radiance. They first crossed paths on set, where their chemistry was impossible to miss. But the spark between them has grown far beyond scripted lines. And now, after months of whispers and candid photos, they've made it official. Burak has proposed, and Alina has said yes. But let's slow down, because behind that simple sentence, "he proposed," she said yes, there's an entire journey of friendship, risk, timing, and love. And that's the journey we're going to dive into today. A chance meeting that became a partnership. It began a few seasons ago, when the producers of a series one that eventually became a surprise hit decided to cast Burak and Alina as romantic leads. He was already known for his smoldering gaze and easy humor. She was gaining attention for her layered performances and classic screen presence. No one could predict how seamlessly their styles would merge. On set, colleagues noticed something right away. Between takes, Burak would check if Alina needed water. Alina would subtly adjust Burak's collar before big scenes. They laughed at inside jokes the rest of the cast didn't understand, but it never felt exclusionary. It felt natural, like to puzzle pieces discovering they'd been cut from the same original picture. The show wrapped earlier than expected, yet their friendship kept rolling. Industry parties, charity events, camera-free cafe runs, little snapshots that, over time, built a silent gallery of almost moments. Fans saw them together often enough to speculate, yet rarely enough to wonder if it was all coincidence. First public glimpse. Things stayed private until one particular red carpet premiere. That night, photographers captured Burak resting his hand lightly on the small of Alina's back as they navigated the flashes. It lasted half a second, but the internet slowed it down, zoomed in, and replayed it on loop. Suddenly, #Burak and Alina trended across multiple platforms. Enthusiasts made side-by-side edits. Gossip sites wrote endless think pieces. Stylists decoded Alina's subtle emerald earrings as a symbol of new beginnings. Through it all, Burak and Alina stayed silent. No denials, no confirmations. When reporters asked, Burak would grin and say, "Alina is a wonderful colleague." Alina would smile softly and add, "Working with Burak is always a pleasure." That was it, teasing, polite, and maddeningly restrained. The quiet months. Then came the quiet stretch, the kind of silence that makes you wonder if a story is over, or simply preparing for its next chapter. Burak took on a gritty, dramatic role that required weeks on location. Alina poured herself into a period piece, learning antique dance steps and classical diction. For a while, they barely surfaced on each other's feeds. But still, a few fans kept watch. They noticed when Burak's playlist in an interview matched the background track of Alina's behind-the-scenes clip. They spotted identical seaside sunsets posted within minutes of each other, different angles, sure, yet the same golden haze on the horizon. A ring, a question, and a yes. Last week, something shifted from speculation to certainty. According to friends who later spoke quietly, because they valued discretion, Burak had planned his proposal for months. Not just the ring, which he designed with a jeweler who incorporated motifs from Alina's favorite novel, but the entire atmosphere. An intimate dinner in a vineyard at dusk, fairy lights strung through olive branches, and a musician playing the melody Alina once hummed absent-mindedly between takes. He delivered a speech, short, sincere, Nothing theatrical, just a promise that every morning with her felt like the first day of spring. Then he knelt, opened the velvet box, and asked the question that changes everything. Witnesses say Alina's answer was immediate. No dramatic pause. No theatrical gasp. Just an honest, whispered yes, followed by a laugh so pure it hushed the cicadas. They spent the rest of the night calling parents, FaceTiming closest friends, and dancing on a patio lit only by moonlight and string bulbs. How the news broke. The world found out 2 mornings later. Burak posted a single photo, their hands intertwined. The ring center frame, coffee cups blurred in the background. Caption, 2 words in Turkish, roughly meaning to always. Alina reposted it with a white heart emoji, her only concession to the modern urge for symbols. From there, joy spread like fireworks. Co-stars flooded the comments section with congratulations. Media outlets scrambled for exclusive interviews. Fans shared stories of how these two had inspired them. One said she booked her first solo trip after hearing Alina speak about independence. Another said Burak's charity work pushed him to volunteer. The ring and its story. Let's pause on the ring, because details matter. It isn't enormous. Burak reportedly dislikes ostentation, but its design tells a story. The band is brushed gold, etched with a vine pattern identical to the climbing flowers outside Alina's childhood home. The central stone, a brilliant cut diamond, is flanked by 2 small emeralds again, that subtle nod to new beginnings. Inscribed inside are 3 dates: the day they met, the day they wrapped their first show, and of course the day she said yes. What comes next? So where do they go from here? For now, the couple is in planning mode, though planning appears to mean quiet evenings looking at potential venues and laughing over childhood photos for the guest slideshow. They've told friends they want a ceremony that feels like a late summer garden party, not a state reception. No media circus, no sponsorship deals, just family, friends, and stories they'll retell when their hair is silver. Professionally, both have new scripts on their desks. Burak has been offered a historical thriller. Alina is reading a contemporary romance. Industry insiders whisper that producers are racing to find a project where they can finally share the screen again, not as 2 people falling in love, but as actors who already know what that feels like. Why this matters to fans. Beyond the sparkle of the proposal, there's a deeper reason people care. We're drawn to narratives that blend the ordinary with the extraordinary. Vineyard. Yes, a custom ring, sure. But at the core, it's a story about 2 colleagues who recognized something rare and nurtured it in their own time. It tells us patience can pay off, that timing can align, that love can grow quietly even when cameras aren't looking. And in a world of quick headlines and flickering trends, that kind of slow burn authenticity feels like a breath of fresh air. Final thoughts. So to Burak and Alina, may your wedding day be exactly what you imagine: warm breezes, laughter, and all the time in the world to dance beneath the stars. And to everyone listening, thank you for sharing this moment with me. If this story warmed your heart, remember to like the video, subscribe for more deep dive updates, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite detail about their proposal? Do you believe their on-screen chemistry predicted real-life romance all along? I can't wait to read your thoughts. Until next time, take care of yourselves and the people you love. And remember, sometimes the best love stories are those that unfold quietly, until one day they bloom into something everyone can celebrate.